In hazardous locations, particularly Class 1, Division 1, Group D areas, understanding and implementing proper protection against static electricity and adherence to grounding requirements are crucial for safety. Several codes and standards provide guidance on these aspects. The National Electrical Code, specifically Article 500, addresses hazardous classified locations. Section 500.9 focuses on protection against electrostatic accumulation, emphasizing the need to minimize the risk of ignition due to static discharge. Section 500.16 deals with grounding requirements, ensuring a safe path for fault currents and minimizing the potential for electrical hazards. Article 501 of the National Electrical Code pertains specifically to Class 1 locations. Section 501.1 provides general guidelines, while Section 501.11 addresses electrical installations, including wiring methods, sealing, and bonding. Further, NFPA 77, which is the recommended practice on static electricity, offers comprehensive guidance on identifying, assessing, and mitigating static electricity hazards in various industrial settings. It covers topics such as bonding, grounding, humidification, and the use of static control materials. The IEC 60079-32-1 standard, which deals with electrical installations in hazardous atmospheres, specifically Part 32-1 addresses equipment with enclosures designed to prevent explosions. This standard outlines the requirements for equipment construction, testing, and marking to ensure safe operation in hazardous environments. The ANSI/ISA/RP 12.13.1 standard, titled Instrumentation, Systems, and Automation for Electric Power Generation, Transmission, and Distribution, recommended practice for static electricity mitigation in power generation facilities, provides specific recommendations for mitigating static electricity hazards in power generation facilities. It covers aspects such as grounding, bonding, and the use of static control devices. IEE Standard 142, also known as the Green Book, focuses on the grounding of industrial and commercial power systems. It provides detailed guidance on grounding system design, installation, and maintenance to ensure electrical safety and equipment protection. Article 500.9 of the National Electrical Code mandates that conductive equipment in a Class 1, Division 1, Group D area must be grounded. Grounding should be performed in accordance with Article 250, which provides comprehensive requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. Article 501.11 further emphasizes that all metal conduits, enclosures, fittings, and electrical equipment must be bonded and grounded to create a continuous electrical path to ground. This helps to minimize the risk of electrical shock and prevent the accumulation of static electricity. Article 501.16 specifically addresses grounding systems for Class 1, Division 1 locations, requiring them to be designed to prevent the ignition of flammable gases or vapors. This may involve the use of intrinsically safe grounding techniques or other methods to limit the energy of any potential spark. Firstly, conductive materials such as metal equipment, enclosures, and conduits should be properly grounded to provide a path for static charges to dissipate safely. Secondly, bonding techniques should be employed to connect all conductive parts together, ensuring that they are at the same electrical potential, minimizing the risk of static discharge between them. Thirdly, grounding conductors should be sized appropriately to handle potential fault currents and provide a low impedance path to ground. Fourthly, grounding connections should be made using approved methods and materials to ensure reliable electrical contact. Fifthly, regular inspections and maintenance should be performed to verify the integrity of the grounding system and address any issues promptly. Proper grounding ensures that static charges are safely dissipated, preventing the build-up of potential differences that could lead to electrostatic discharge. Bonding connects all conductive parts, minimizing potential differences and reducing the risk of sparking. Grounding conductors must be adequately sized to handle fault currents, providing a low impedance path. Connections should be reliable and well maintained to ensure the grounding system's effectiveness. Regular inspections can identify and address any issues with the grounding system. Consider an example scenario in a Class 1, Division 1, Group D environment, such as a chemical processing plant. In such a facility, flammable gases or vapors may be present under normal operating conditions. Therefore, it is crucial to implement comprehensive static electricity protection and grounding measures to prevent ignition hazards. All metal equipment, including tanks, pipes, and pumps, must be properly grounded to dissipate any static charges that may accumulate. Bonding conductors should connect all conductive parts to ensure equipotentiality and prevent sparking. Regular inspections should be conducted to verify the integrity of the grounding system and address any potential issues. 1. Grounding provides a safe path for static charges to dissipate, preventing the buildup of potential differences. 2. Bonding ensures that all conductive parts are at the same electrical potential, minimizing the risk of sparking. 3. Regular inspections help to identify and address any issues with the grounding system, ensuring its continued effectiveness. The accumulation of static electricity can pose a significant ignition hazard in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations. When two objects with different electrical potentials come into close proximity, a static discharge can occur, potentially igniting flammable gases or vapors present in the environment. Proper grounding and bonding techniques minimize the risk of static discharge by providing a path for static charges to dissipate safely. Grounding involves connecting conductive objects to the earth, providing a low impedance path for static charges to flow. This prevents the buildup of potential differences that could lead to a static discharge. Bonding involves connecting all conductive parts together, ensuring that they are at the same electrical potential. This minimizes the risk of sparking between different objects. To effectively mitigate the risk of static electricity in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations, it is essential to implement a comprehensive static control program. This program should include regular inspections of grounding and bonding systems, employee training on static electricity hazards, and the use of static control materials and equipment. Regular inspections should be conducted to verify the integrity of grounding and bonding systems. This includes checking the resistance of grounding connections, inspecting bonding conductors for damage, and ensuring that all conductive parts are properly connected. Employee training should cover the basics of static electricity, the hazards associated with static discharge in hazardous locations, and the proper procedures for working safely in these environments. Static control materials and equipment can be used to minimize the generation and accumulation of static electricity. This includes using static dissipative flooring, grounding wrist straps, and air ionizers. Proper grounding and bonding techniques are essential for preventing static discharge in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations. A comprehensive static control program can further mitigate the risk of static electricity hazards by including regular inspections, employee training, and the use of static control materials and equipment. In addition to the National Electrical Code and NFPA 77, other industry standards and recommended practices provide valuable guidance on static electricity protection and grounding in hazardous locations. These include IEC 60079-32-1, ANSI/ISA RP 12.13.1, and IEE Standard 142. IEC 60079-32-1 provides requirements for equipment with enclosures designed to prevent explosions in hazardous atmospheres. This standard addresses the design, construction, testing, and marking of equipment to ensure its safe operation in potentially explosive environments. ANSI/ISA RP 12.13.1 offers specific recommendations for mitigating static electricity hazards in power generation facilities. This standard covers aspects such as grounding, bonding, and the use of static control devices. IEE Standard 142 provides detailed guidance on the grounding of industrial and commercial power systems. This standard covers grounding system design, installation, and maintenance to ensure electrical safety and equipment protection. Consulting these additional resources can provide valuable insights and best practices for implementing effective static electricity protection and grounding measures in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations. Always refer to the latest editions of these standards and consult with qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. Grounding and bonding are essential safety measures in Class 1, Division 1, Group D hazardous locations. Proper grounding dissipates static electricity, preventing sparks that could ignite flammable substances. Bonding ensures all conductive materials share the same electrical potential, further reducing spark risks. Follow the NEC, specifically Articles 500 and 501, for detailed requirements on grounding and bonding in such areas. Article 500 covers general requirements for hazardous locations, including grounding to prevent static buildup. Article 501 provides specific guidelines for Class 1 locations, emphasizing proper wiring and equipment installation. NFPA 77, a recommended practice, offers detailed guidance on controlling static electricity hazards. This includes assessing risks, implementing control measures, and maintaining systems. Conductive materials must be grounded to provide a path for static charges to dissipate safely. Bonding connects conductive parts to ensure equal electrical potential, preventing spark formation. Grounding conductors should be sized appropriately to handle fault currents and provide a low impedance path to ground. Regular inspections and maintenance are crucial to verify the grounding system's integrity and address any issues promptly. In Class 1, Division 1, Group D areas, flammable substances are present, making static electricity a significant ignition source. Proper grounding and bonding minimize static discharge risks by providing a safe dissipation path. Regular inspections and maintenance ensure the grounding system remains effective, preventing hazards. Grounding provides a path for static charges to dissipate, preventing potential differences from building up. Bonding ensures that all conductive parts are at the same potential, minimizing sparking risks. Grounding conductors must be adequately sized to handle fault currents, ensuring a low impedance path. Inspections identify and address any grounding system issues, maintaining effectiveness. Consider a chemical processing plant where flammable gases are present under normal conditions. Implementing comprehensive static electricity protection and grounding is crucial to prevent ignition hazards. All metal equipment, including tanks, pipes, and pumps, must be grounded to dissipate static charges. Bonding conductors connect all conductive parts to ensure equipotentiality and prevent sparking. Regular inspections verify the grounding system's integrity and address any potential issues. 1. Grounding prevents static charge buildup, minimizing potential ignition risks. 2. Bonding equalizes electrical potential, preventing sparks between conductive parts. 3. Regular inspections ensure the grounding system's ongoing effectiveness and safety. Static electricity accumulation poses a significant ignition hazard in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations. Static discharge can ignite flammable gases or vapors if two objects with different electrical potentials come close. Grounding and bonding minimize static discharge risks by safely dissipating static charges. Grounding connects conductive objects to the earth, providing a low impedance path for static charges to flow. Bonding connects all conductive parts, ensuring they are at the same electrical potential, minimizing sparking risks. A comprehensive static control program is essential for mitigating static electricity risks. This includes regular inspections, employee training, and using static control materials. Regular inspections verify grounding and bonding system integrity. Employee training covers static electricity basics, hazards and hazardous locations, and safe working procedures. Static control materials minimize static electricity generation and accumulation, such as static dissipative flooring and grounding wrist straps. Grounding and bonding prevent static discharge in Class 1, Division 1, Group D locations. A comprehensive static control program further mitigates risks with inspections, training, and static control materials. Additional resources like IEC 60079-32-1, ANSI/ISAR P12.13.1, and IEE Standard 142 offer valuable guidance. IEC 60079-32-1 provides requirements for equipment with explosion-proof enclosures in hazardous atmospheres. ANSI/ISAR P12.13.1 offers recommendations for mitigating static electricity hazards in power generation facilities. IEEE Standard 142 provides detailed guidance on grounding in industrial and commercial power systems. These resources provide insights and best practices for effective static electricity protection and grounding. Always consult the latest editions of standards and qualified professionals for compliance. Grounding and bonding are essential safety measures in hazardous locations. Static electricity can ignite flammable gases or vapors. These measures provide a safe path for static charges, preventing spark ignition. The National Electrical Code's Articles 500 and 501 are crucial for these locations. NFPA 77 and other relevant standards provide further guidance. These measures safeguard against explosions and electrical shocks. The goal is to prevent the accumulation of static electricity. Proper grounding is essential for hazardous environments. It must comply with relevant codes and standards. Grounding ensures a safe path for electrical currents. This includes static charges. Regular inspections are important for safety. Bonding connects conductive materials, which minimizes electrical potential differences. This reduces the risk of sparks. Bonding is crucial in environments with flammable vapors. Both grounding and bonding are essential safety measures. Safety should be the top priority in hazardous locations. Compliance with codes and standards is paramount. Regular inspections and maintenance are important. Proper training for personnel is also crucial. This will reduce the risk of accidents.